Guests here later on this evening, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome TV broadcaster for your Golden State Warriors, Mr. Bob Fitzgerald, everyone.
I want to know what Franco's answering machine sounds like. I gotta love the enthusiasm. First of all, thank you for coming out. What an amazing crowd we had tonight. You can tell in the third quarter, the best thing about Warrior fans is that you don't wait for something to happen. You're not reactive, you're proactive. You cheer to make things happen. The way the defense in that third quarter outscored the Clippers 32-13, got off, got running, stopped them, hold the Clippers to under 40% shooting, and come up with that win. Phenomenal. Now, the man we came to see.
MVP!
Palo Alto High School and Harvard University. Warrior rookie, Jeremy Lin. Sorry, I'll let you use this one. Your NBA debut, to get on the court, to get this kind of support, that had to feel pretty amazing.
Yeah, this is, I just want to say thank you to all the fans, man. This is something that I'll never forget, walking on an NBA floor for the first time in my career, and I'm very thankful to God, and I'm very thankful to the Asian American community. Your support has been amazing.
Tell people, what is training camp, the preseason, being with your hometown team, making the NBA out of Harvard? I mean, can you put any of it into words? This has been an incredible experience.
Yeah, I mean, even now when I think about it, it's just, you know, it really is a miracle from God. There's so many different pieces of the puzzle that had to fall into place for me to be where I'm at. But, you know, this is just a wonderful experience that I'm trying to continue to grow, and, you know, there's a process to everything with me being a rookie, so I'm just trying to work hard and stay patient and to, you know, grow in my role with the Warriors.
Look at Jeremy!
It's been pretty amazing. Bunch of guys going out to dinner, guys that like each other, all the informal runs in before training camp got on, the teasing, the fooling around a little bit. I mean, how has this come together and just, it's palpable. I mean, you talk to guys, there's such a great vibe and such a good feel to things.
Yeah, I mean, I've never, this is obviously my first NBA team, but the amount of chemistry and how much the guys love being around each other is, you know, it's pretty ridiculous. You know, we have a bunch of clowns on our team, but, you know, a lot of the vets kind of adopted me as their little brother, so, you know, they've been giving me a lot of advice.
All right, rookies sometimes go through some hazing, though.
I'm not doing anything right now, so we're not even going there.
We haven't gone on a long road trip yet, Jeremy. Rookies go through some hazing, I'm just telling you. There hasn't been anything that they did and kind of teasing the rookie yet?
Oh, there's been a lot of different things.
Well, share something here. PG-13, share an incident or two of being a rookie.
I mean, I have to bring donuts in the morning, so whenever they want. I have to bring Wingstop, Jamba Juice in and out to the planes. We were in San Diego, I think a week ago, and Jarrell Wright brought his Xbox but forgot his controller, so I had to go buy him one at the nearby mall. There's dancing, there's singing, there's pretty much everything.
What have you had to say?
I had to sing happy birthday twice, but that's not bad.
Sing to the Chinese!
Has there been a moment in training camp where you're guarding a Monte Ellis or something like a moment where, oh my goodness, the jump up from college basketball to the NBA is no joke. Have you ever thought about that? Any teammate that kind of did something with, oh, this is the big time?
Yeah, that happens every day, but my first experience was, I think my first practice, I was guarding Steph, and he gave me a nice move, and I almost fell over, and I was like, all right, welcome to the big leagues. It's time to get serious now. So that happens a lot, but it's starting to slow down for me, and I'm learning a lot of different things, and you know, the pace of the game is, you know, I'm getting more and more comfortable every day.
How about, and he was here on Wednesday, Yao Ming inviting him to go to Taiwan and play in his charity game. How did that come together? It's an amazing story. Tell me about that.
I was actually at I was at a barbecue with my friends, and my phone rang, and I picked up, and he was like, "Hello, this is Yao."
Now you didn't say Yao Wu, right?
No, I said, "Hold on," and then I put it on speaker so all my friends could hear. And it was just, we were talking, and he was like, "I want you to come out to my, my charity game," and so we worked out the details, and I got out there. But I just want to say tonight, obviously it was a special night for me, but I think it's a special night for the whole Asian American community, for us to be able to realize, for us to just continue to break stereotypes and continue to work our way up in different areas of today's life, and just this is just a celebration. I feel like for the whole community. I feel like me being here is going to help other kids growing up to be an inspiration, just like other people have been an inspiration to me. So I just want to say thank you to everyone out there.
We have a bunch of questions from the crowd here, so we picked a few of them out. I got rid of the 17 marriage proposals, so I got rid of those.
Okay.
We'll go to the other ones. But what NBA player did you watch growing up, and how has he influenced your style of play?
My idol growing up was Michael Jordan, but my game is nothing like his. I'm a point guard, but that was my idol growing up. I would say now, I love watching guys like Dwayne Wade. He has this controlled but reckless style at the same time, and he's very aggressive, and I feel like for me, that's kind of the same way in terms of relentlessly attacking the basket. And then I love watching Steve Nash and Chris Paul, the way they run pick and rolls, and then obviously my own teammates, Monte, his speed, Steph, and the way he shoots and the way he reads the floor. So a little bit of everything.
How much fun was it signing with your hometown team? Not only to be undrafted, but to make the NBA, but then sign and become a Warrior.
Yeah, well, I had 3 offers, and the counter offers were higher, but I knew this is where I wanted to be. I wanted to come home. I spent a lot of time on the East Coast at Harvard, and it was too cold for me, so I knew I had to come back here.
As a Warrior, how do you plan on influencing your community?
There's a lot of different ways. I think many of you guys know I have a strong passion for helping the underprivileged. There's a lot of needy people, and there's a lot of people who don't have the same resources that I grew up with, and so to be able to help them, and then at the same time, I want to be active in the community, and I also want to do a lot of different camps, and I want to be able to do, camps for kids in urban communities, and I want to do camps for, Asian American kids growing up. They might not have the best coaching, or they might not have the best opportunity because they haven't developed as much. And for me, being a late developer physically, I have that compassion with the kids who are growing up.
You might need to run a camp for picking up the Jamba Juice and the Wingstop and all that kind of stuff. That would help out with your time schedule.
Yeah.
Make the campers do it.
Just a side note, a funny story. I had to go get Charlie Bell Starbucks, and he gave me a $100 tip. And later that night, I went and gambled a little bit with that $100, and I came home with $2,100. So it's not all bad. They make you do stuff, but they really take care of you.
Tonight is Asian Heritage Night. What's your favorite thing about your Asian heritage, whether food, culture, traditions?
That's a tough question. I think, anyone who really knows me knows I'm extremely proud to be Asian. I think there's so many different things. I think the cultural values, taking care of your family and having that loyalty and that respect. Obviously the food, you can't beat the food. But just everything. I mean, just tonight you can feel the energy. How much support the Asian American community has for each other. I've always been very, very proud to be Asian, and this is just a great night, and you can just see the energy and the support that everyone has shown, and it's just a big family.
This one got for me and Jim Barnett on the telecast. When you came to the scores table, you first stepped on the floor. How hard was your heart racing in terms of that first step onto the NBA, game 1, minute 1, second 1, crowd going nuts, in your hometown. Was your heart beating out of your chest?
Yeah, I think I went from, I sat on the bench for a while, so I went from completely dry to completely soaked with sweat in about a split second after I heard the ovation. I just had so much adrenaline going through me. I don't know, I don't really even remember it that well. The whole thing was a blur, to be honest.
I think you set an NBA record for the first standing ovation for a jump ball.
I appreciate that, and I'll take that.
And I'll just tell you, just for fun, because the Warriors got that ball, Jeremy got credit with a steal on that ball.
There we go! Get that box score!
Is there, in terms of goals, and the thing I always try to tell the younger guys, see, Gilbert Arenas was a second-round pick, Monte Ellis was a second-round pick. It's okay for youngsters to work and develop and put in that time, and I think the thing I've been impressed with is the way that you're at the facility, is the way you're working, is your mindset for doing it. Where does that work ethic come from? Is that from your family background? Is it just within you? You had it easy academically at Harvard, so you have plenty of time to play basketball. But where does that come from? Because not everybody's built that way to have and just work and grind and get better and better.
Well, I think one way to glorify God is the way you work and the way you do your job. This is my job now, man. So, the Bible says, whatever you do, do it with all your heart. And so, I'm putting my best effort, my entire 110% into doing this. And, I know there's a lot of people rooting for me. There's a lot of support, and I want to make sure, that I continue to work hard. I don't waste this opportunity. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. So for me to be in there early and leaving late, that should be a given.
And this one is from your teammates, and they said make sure that there was over 2,000 people to ask you. Tell people what the deal is with your car. Now, I was hearing it when guys were rolling into the facility that Jeremy Lin had a very interesting ride. You want to tell people what you were driving and what the story is behind this?
Sure. I will tell you. I never owned a car. In high school, I never owned my own car. I just, we shared in the family. So when I went to college, I never had a car because we were in the middle of Harvard Square. No one had cars at Harvard. So when I came home, all I had left was my brother went to dental school. All I had was a Toyota Camry. And everyone keeps making fun of me for that, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the Toyota Camry.
It's the fact that it wasn't washed very often and it came and pulled in. Is that true?
That might be true, but I think we got a wash and everything, so we're okay now.
If you need a ride, I think you got plenty of people that'd be happy to help you out.
All right, I appreciate it.